Hello people and welcome to another Planetside 2 video. I hope you're all doing good. My name is MattiAce and how about that mosquito kill to start up a new video. This gameplay is from the first day of me trying out the GD-7F, which is a fast firing carbine for the NC Empire, and it can be used by the engineer or the light assault class. And as most of you guys already know by now, I play engineer. Now, as the fast firing gun as this is, like most other fast firing guns, this is a beast up at close range. If you have your opponent no longer than 5 meters away from you, this gun is almost as good as a shotgun, I would say, or maybe sometimes as good as a shotgun. But as far as I can tell, it does suffer quite a lot at mid-range and range compared to the mercenary carbine, which is the default gun. But I haven't really made up my mind yet, so I'm gonna try this gun out more before I say this with more certainty. One thing I can say with a lot of certainty though is that I'm pretty sure that most of you guys have experienced this frustrating thing where, like in this case, I'm completely out of ammo and I'm standing right on top of my ammo pack and it just won't resupply me. I finally give it up and I try to pick up some guys with my pistol, but even my pistol runs out of ammo and I have to go to find a terminal to resupply. So now one of the things that I would recommend you to do when you try out a new weapon, before you get into actual combat with it, try to see how it behaves and try to figure out how to burst fire, how to recoil compensate in order to get the best result. The goal is of course to get as little spread as possible and at the same time suffering as little as possible by the loss of fire rate that you get from burst firing. So here I'm checking out the result I get from firing fully automatic. Obviously this doesn't work in a combat situation at mid-range, so I'm gonna figure out the way to burst fire in order to keep this tighter. And here you see me trying out some quick bursting. And in this case, with this gun, which is a much more fast firing gun than the default weapon, I doubt that there's anybody who has a problem seeing the difference between quick bursting and fully automatic. And I'm also trying out a little bit slower bursts. I'm trying out different amount of bullets in each burst and some such. Now I want to be clear on one thing also. This is not a tutorial. I have not yet figured out how to handle this gun in a way that I would be able to like teach people or give advices and stuff like that. Anyway, this is one thing that's really good to know about the GD-7F. This is how the weapon behaves if you do not recoil compensate at all. That was fully automatic. Now this is quick bursting. And it pulls up and to the left, so you have to recoil compensate differently compared to the mercenary. But by compensating for the recoil and quick bursting, you can get a pretty good result, and I think this is how I will fire at mid-range. But anyway, it's time to try out this gun. So my very first kill was like made for this video. I couldn't have planned this any better. This is what I would call longer mid-range, and well, by bursting I was able to pick this guy off. Thanks for standing still over there. My next encounter was a close range engagement, and this is where this gun shines. Obviously it was a very unfair fight because my opponent had only the pistol. And next up here we have a more common situation. This is a mid-range engagement and with some controlled bursts I was able to pick him off. This is was a more experienced player. He was battle rank 79 I think. I also want to mention that aside from this infrared night vision scope that you can clearly see that I'm using, I am using the forward grip as the only attachment on this gun. And I always use the forward grip on all guns because I fire a lot at mid-range. But being that this is more of a close quarter gun, I might actually switch it up and try out the laser dot just to get some better hip firing accuracy. So now the thing that throws me off a bit though is that the way the recoil works in this gun, obviously as you saw in the test, is that it pulls to the left instead of the right, and I have to adjust for that a little bit. And when it comes to readjusting for new guns in this game, I haven't had that much of a problem while switching between the different empires of Planetside 2. Normally I just need a couple of minutes to readjust. But one of the things that I would absolutely say right away that I don't like about this gun is the long reload time. It really works against you, and it's definitely one of the major reasons why I would pick the mercenary rather than going with the GD-7F. But it has also to do with my playstyle personally, and it is something that is carried over from a lot of games throughout the years. But with a gun that fires this fast and with this little damage for each bullet, the slow reload speed is a major disadvantage. Other than that, a bigger magazine size would definitely help make this gun much more interesting. Now, as far as I can tell, this is the most popular gun for the light assault and engineer class as new conglomerate. And as far as I can tell, we don't have that many guns with this amount of fire rate in our arsenal, so I guess that's one of the reasons why this gun is so popular. And another thing that is different from this gun compared to the mercenary is that you can equip this gun with soft point bullets. And soft point bullets will obviously deal a little bit more damage per bullet, but they do have a little bit of a slower travel speed or lower velocity, so to speak. So yeah, it's a matter of a playstyle again, and I would say it's probably very situational. So you gotta make a choice depending on what you believe you are, what kind of encounters you believe you're going to have, and how you normally encounter your opponents. And oh my god, horrible, horrible, horrible. That was not the gun, that was me. I was trying out this thing called long bursting, or, well, when the bursts are so long and with such a short pause that it actually is more like just full automatic with a tiny bit of a pause here and there. And yeah, it didn't work out that well. And when I shoot at this kind of range, which is the enemies are so far away that I can't actually see them in the infrared night vision scope. I can only see the spotting symbol, and these kind of situations is, as far as I can tell, that's not what this gun is made for, so I shouldn't be surprised that it doesn't work as well as the mercenary. But when I control my quick bursts like this, it works much better, and I guess I should be the last person in the world who is surprised over the effect of quick bursting or burst fire at all. But anyway, generally my first impression about this gun is that it was definitely not love at first sight, as I would have hoped. But that's just life, and you just have to deal with it. I still have the mercenary if I feel like I need to switch back. But like I said, I will definitely try out this gun more and give it a few more shots before I decide whether or not I'm going to stick with it. And there will be more videos with this gun regardless of my experience with it. So yeah, now there is going to be a few more minutes of gameplay with this gun, of course, and I hope you will enjoy it. So please stay tuned for more gameplay, and bye for now.
How long is this gonna take?
PS4 keeps on getting more promising.
Oh, have you seen that?
User joined your channel.
Yes.
Have you seen that FPS game like Bungie?
Destiny.
Remember FPS?
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny.
Oh,
Apparently that maybe.
They always have the name in the game after